We're going to take a call now from Robin, who has phoned in from Portland. Robin, welcome to Think Out Loud.
Thank you, and thank you, Kurt Schrader. I wanted to say also thank you that when you mentioned the Main Street, and we were talking about the bailout earlier, that you're not talking just about middle class, you have mentioned low income, and I think that's been missing a lot in a lot of the election dialogue lately. And talking about low income, I'm wondering, recently we've seen on the news, like Oregon Food Bank shelves being very empty. There's been a lot of talk about more people going to the food banks with prices getting higher, and we have an economic downturn. So, and right now in our nation we have the highest food stamp usage that we've ever had. So if you're elected, what would you do in the short term to help low-income families afford higher food prices? And what would you do in the long term to address the root causes of hunger here in the United States?
Robin, thank you very much for that call. Kurt Schrader?
Yeah, good, Robin. Thanks. Well, I think that's the reason Congress recently increased the food stamp allocation. That was one of the better parts of the Farm Bill. A lot of people forget the Farm Bill is more than just supports for the agricultural producers. It actually has a huge component of our food stamp and self-sufficiency programs. So I'd make sure that is brought home, expanded if necessary, work closely with our state people to leverage our state dollars too. Again, that's what's missing from our federal government with our involvement overseas and unwillingness to participate in basic self-sufficiency programs here in our country. It's made it very tough for low-income and middle-class Oregonians. When I talked with the Department of Human Services the other day, I had a conversation with Bruce Goldberg. We're seeing people show up now for food stamps, health care benefits, support on home rental assistance that have never come frankly, before the Department of Human Services before.
So if you were in Congress, just to follow through on Robin's question, what specifically would you pursue in the short term to help these people, and what specifically would you pursue in the long term?
Well, again, as I said, I would probably look to expand the food banks, make sure that the food stamp program is broad enough to pick up the people that are now becoming, unfortunately, eligible for food stamps because they're losing their jobs or losing their homes. I think the mortgage assistance program is very, very important. FHA is in the process right now of reaching out to homeowners and hopefully making sure that they have a glide path to success, not a glide path into homelessness. In the short term, beyond that, I think it's about giving people jobs, and that's making economic investment in infrastructure a key priority right now. Obama's talking about it. Congressman Earl Blumenauer's talking about it, and I've been talking about it. A lot of people don't want to hand out. They want to hand up, and that's what I'm all about.